You know, there's some things we can allow and there's some we can't. And I'll give you an example. Mulembe FM, which many Luyas love tuning into, is not owned by a Luya. It's actually owned by Royal Media Services, which in turn is owned by who? SK Macharia, a Kikuyu, and that's fine by me. Especially considering at the time, no Luya had the capital or foresight to come up with a radio station that touches on local affairs. So no one has a problem with SK Macharia. In fact, we're very happy with him. But what the president is doing today is very wrong. Tanzanians are documented to be the biggest haters of Kenyans, and I'm talking about their leadership. Those who've had the opportunity to interact with Tanzanian leaders know this to be true. You can even see just how disrespectful Suluhu is towards Ruto every chance she gets. And despite all that public disrespect from Suluhu and friends, what does Ruto do? He starts selling off profitable parts of Kenya to Tanzania. It's honestly sickening. And in this video, I want to highlight the companies that Ruto has sold off to Suluhu's friends. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, we have Nation Media Group, which owns NTV and the Nation newspaper. This was our last independent and free media group in this country, and now it's been sold off to the Tanzanians. Let's have a look at this tweet for context, and I quote. This is from Larry Madowo, and it reads, "Breaking, Tanzanian businessman and former politician Rostam Azizi becomes majority shareholder of Nation Media Group by buying out entire 54.08% stake owned by Aga Khan. The value of the deal has not been announced, but this is East Africa's biggest media move in decades." And then Larry Madowo went on to attach an image of Mr. Rostam Azizi. So guess what? Now the Tanzanians have the ability to meddle in Kenyan politics through NTV, but Ruto doesn't care. For him, so long as Rostam Azizi is his friend and he can help him get 2 terms through propaganda and media manipulation, then it's fine. And we know they are friends because here's a picture of the duo. Hii nchi hawezi fanya biashara yoyote as a foreigner kama hujamit rais, especially if you are dealing with billions. That is why you are seeing him meeting this Azizi fellow. And if you want to know, Ruto has his hand in this. This Rostam Azizi character is the same guy who bought the Taifa Gas Group and launched it in Likoni. In fact, just check out this infographic for context, and I quote. The header reads, Ruto launches building of $130.5 million LPG gas plant in Mombasa. And this is on February 24th, 2023. The subheader reads, Kenya's President William Ruto left and Taifa Gas Group Chairman Rostam Aziz during the groundbreaking ceremony of the 30,000-ton plant at the Dongokundu Special Economic Zone in Likoni, Mombasa on February 24, 2023. This article was done by a fella called Washira Mwangi from the Nation Media Group. Now, Ruto sold off Taifa to Azizi because at the time he was beefing with Raila and he needed an outsider to come in and kill off Raila's gas business. Number 2. Wacha tutoke kwa NTV na gas. Sasa tuende kwa cement. Are you aware who Ruto sold Portland Cement to? Kenya Portland Cement was sold to Kalahari Cement Limited, which is owned by the Amsons Group, which in turn is owned by the Tanzanian businessman Eda Abdallah Munif, another gentleman who has met with Ruto personally, and we have the image here. Next thing you know, KCC will be sold to Tanzania. Uzeni kila kitu. Uza hata Thika Road wakwe wanasanya pesa. That is where we are headed with this kind of bogus leadership. Embarrassment number 3. Uganda now owns Kenya Pipeline. In fact, just have a look at this tweet for context, and I quote. This is from Stephen Mutoro, and he says, Piped truth on KPC IPO. The Kenya Pipeline heist is now official. Ruto has handed Museveni near veto control of our strategic national asset, and Kenyans were kept out of the deal. Here is the truth they don't want you to know. The numbers don't lie. Uganda bought the entire 20% regional allocation, got veto power over tariff charges, will appoint 2 board of directors, and can block dividend policies and business plans. Meanwhile, Kenyan buyers are conspicuously absent. And he went on to tag Kenya Pipeline, Privatization Kenya, NSC, which is the Nairobi Securities Exchange, and the CMA Kenya. You know, I think, how can I describe this government? We're having, perhaps if I can coin a parable, there are 2 sons. One called Peter, one called John. Peter holds on to his inheritance. John keeps selling off things and thinking he's wealthy. Amepewa 100 acre kama urithi, amekata 20, ameenda kusimama senator, ameanguka. Amekata 15, ameuzia sijui nani, amenunua V8. Amekata sijui ingine. That is how Ruto is behaving. And for that reason alone, one term is the way to go. Kama Safaricom ameuza, hata wewe utauzwa, utakuwa mfungwa. If there ever presents an opportunity where a human being can be sold to rudi slavery, slave trade, Kenyans will be sold, and I'm not kidding you. If ni vile tu nafasi ya iko na kuna human rights, lakini ingeruhusiwa, me and you tungekuwa na kipande. Achana hii kipande watu wanafikiria ni ID. Ile kipande ya zamani tutakuwa nayo. But anywho guys, that's just my take on the matter. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric like they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.